So welcome guys, this is lesson number 4, the Xbox. Remember in when we discussing about the block cipher, we talked about this Xbox. We call it the range dial Xbox. This chart is freely available on the internet. You are going to see it freely everywhere. You can see it on wiki. How it's being generated is beyond the scope of this tutorial. Is from Galois equation. You can read it up more to get, but for the scope you can just use the chart without necessarily knowing how it's being generated. So I'll describe briefly again here how it works. So assuming you have two values that you want to look up within the S box, say is let me take for an instance 9 what, let's say 9b. Oh, I have a very bad writing, so I said this is a hexadecimal, so I say O X 9b in hexadecimal. So to find this, we are going to first of all pick the MSB, the neighbor, the higher neighbor, which is 9. So we find row 9. So this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is row 9. So when we get to this row 9, then we pick the lower neighbor B, and then we are going to find column that is B. You can see this column is B, which you remember 0 1 2 3, so is B here. So the value is 1 4 or 14 in hexadecimal. So this is essentially how the Xbox works. So on my website projectfpga.com/AES you can select the Xbox, then come down. You are going to see the verilog code for this. This is how they mapped it out. So remember we chose 9b, so let me see what 9b looks like here. So this is how the mapping works. So I'm trying to find 9b, so you can see here, this is it. 9b is mapped to 14, just like we did it earlier. So the Xbox is very simple. It's more like a multiplication chart where you look up values. So let's see how this is implemented in Logisim. So here I actually stored the chart in a RAM. I used a RAM to store the chart. Let me show you. Let me edit content. So this is exactly the Xbox chart. This is everything we saw earlier on the website. So what it does is that it takes a particular value, but now the value is in binary. Just like we had 9b on the website, you can convert 9b here and add it to this address. Then we set this to be high, to be 1, that the input is valid. Then when the clock is working, we are going to get the output here. So I've actually placed the Xbox within this ROM. I actually use the ROM because whenever I close Logisim and turn it on again, if I'm using a RAM, everything is going to wipe out. So I'm basically using a ROM in Logisim, so I'll be able to retain it. So let's do a little simulation here. I'm going to get my first, let me get my calculator. So I've gotten my calculator, then I'm going to make it to start simulating. So by this I'm going to add the clock. So I'll take the clock, add it here, remove the input clock. Then so let's check what 9b is in binary, because here we are no longer taking hexadecimal inputs. I wanted to do something quite special about this. Okay, I will implement that later. So we go to X, then I choose 9B. So this is the value in binary. So I'm going to write it here: 1001 1011. 1 is 1001 1011. So this is 9B. So I'm expecting to get 14. I'm expecting to get 14 actually. So you won't have to mind this current output because it's a last output. So let's check what 14 is in decimal. So see what you're expecting to get. In decimal, we're expecting to get this. That is 0001010, since we are having a 8-bit output. So watch and see what happens when I turn this validate on. So can we see? So we are getting the same value here: 0001010. So this is basically how the XBox works. It's very simple. It's just a lookup table. So that's it. Thanks for watching.